If you are seeing this video, say hello so I know you're there. I hope you guys turn up. Haven't done a YouTube live in a long time, so just wait for people to come in. I'll just wait for you guys to come in. Drop some comments if you are tuning in and watching the live. Drop your flag in the comments. Let's see where you're at, where you are in the world. We can talk about anything you want. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. So if you guys can hear me, let me know. I'm just pulling up some things for us to talk about. I thought we could talk about anything you guys want to talk about, but I thought we'll just wait for more of you to join. It's hard for me to get videos seen. I don't know why it takes so long. Because I've noticed with my videos, sometimes it just takes a really long time. So if you're watching, just drop a comment and then we can start the live. Tell me something you want to talk about. I want to talk about a hot topic with you, but I want to wait for more people to join. Drop a comment in the comment box or drop your flags where you are. What? I wasn't trying to hide the chat. No. Hi from a torrential Manchester. Oh, okay, you're in Manchester. Hello. God, I love Manchester. Manchester is always a mood. It's always a vibe. That is nice. I know it's raining in Manchester, but still, Manchester is so much fun. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Just drop some subjects. I'm trying to figure out, I haven't done a live in 2 months. I'm trying to figure out the way you guys would prefer lives. Would you prefer me to come with preset topics and then we go from there? Or maybe you guys can suggest things for us to talk about. Something I saw here. I can't believe it's already September. Cannot believe it. It's already September. September has just flown by. And I just feel like because September, I don't know, I've always been that person who feels like September always feels like the month before Christmas and the holidays. I know Christmas is in December and it's at the end of the year, But September always feels like that final month before getting ready for all those massive holidays that are coming, because Diwali will be in Q4. I think Diwali this year is also in Q4. Check that before I start talk. Um, yes, Diwali's in October, and then obviously you have Christmas as well. You have all these massive holidays, so it always feels like September's like the final month before things get really really busy. So I'd be curious to know what you guys are doing for the rest of the year. Are you traveling or doing anything fun? Let me know. I'm just here looking up stuff on the past forum. It's just I I'm reading some threads on the past forum, and sometimes I'm just super confused, like at the things that people say on the past forum. Say I love the past forum, I do really like it, but sometimes I'm confused, like the things people say. For example, there's a post here. Someone's asking about like a really coveted big H quota bag and how much someone spent for it. The person had admitted to spending good money for it, and then when they're asked like how much approximately, they say, sorry, I don't keep track of pre-spend. I don't have any idea. But in a previous message, they said that after spending more money, they were offered it. It's, I genuinely don't understand. I don't understand. Spooky Boo says, have you seen LV animation Christmas drop? Yeah, I've seen some of it. Yeah, it looks really nice. And I feel like with the Louis Vuitton Christmas animations, like sometimes they are really, really good. In a strange way, I almost find that the packaging, um, I'm actually more excited about the Christmas packaging, like the way that looks more so than the actual animations. But yeah, the animations this year look good. From what I've seen, I saw them on Instagram a few days ago. They looked interesting. They look better than they have for a while. And I know that for many people, the Christmas animations mean a lot. So Steph, hello. Hello. Good to see you guys here. I haven't done this in ages. Sorry, guys. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, when it pertains to the Christmas animations, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like people complain about them a lot, but people really look forward to them as well. The ones that I have seen, I saw a CA post a few on Instagram. From what I saw, they look good. They look good. So I was impressed with what I saw. Okay, so I was just saying, Steph, because you just joined, I was just telling Spooky Boo that someone on the past forum was asked about like a really coveted bag. I was saying I really like the past forum, but sometimes the way people respond to questions is really strange. They bought a really coveted big H bag. They got one. Someone asked them, what was the pre-spending, right? Bear in mind, this is the like it's a page where people are discussing spending. The person says that they had bought it with more spend. And when they're asked how much they spent, they say, I'm sorry, I don't keep track of pre-spending. I'll just be making up a number, even if I guessed it was a while ago. It's probably more about my relationship than it is about spending. But you just said you spent. It is. I can't with this, Brad. People will tell you their body count before they tell you what they spent at Hermes. It's the strangest thing. My husband calls it a cult. I have to say I agree. It's giving cult vibes. You literally just said I spent more to get this top tier piece. Then someone says, how much did you spend? You're like, actually, I don't remember how much I spent. Oh my gosh. I promise, guys, I will not become the people we hate. Like, if I'm successful in Europe, I will not become the people we hate. I promise. My husband's like, I won't let you. I'll come up there and tell them how much you spent. I'll take your debit card statements. So Steph says people want to feel chosen so bad. I know, it's just the strangest thing. It's like a weird parasocial relationship. Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, you guys. It just said I should do a question thing. Let me just try it and then I'll make it go away. Ask a question, I guess, if you want. What is that? This is weird. I don't know. YouTube always adds these weird features. Maybe I'll just put this here if someone wants to. Okay, this is getting a bit creepy and weird. Maybe I should just get rid of it. Okay, I'm getting rid of it now. Yeah, people do want to feel chosen by the brand. It's really strange. Even at Louis Vuitton, people do this as well. I've noticed like some people, so a lot of people did it with Louis Vuitton as well, which was really also quite irritating. Like during the Murakami stuff, um, I don't know. I felt like even with Louis Vuitton, there were a lot of people who were like, I remember someone was like, I remember seeing someone post this on someone else's page that they had had their orders cancelled or something, but they're a VIP, but all of my pre-orders were cancelled. I'm like, I don't know if you're a VIP. I don't know about that, And then someone had responded to them like, you're not. If all of your orders were not fulfilled and you didn't get any items from your CA, do you really have status at the brand if as a VIP? Because if I'm a top spender, I expect you to fulfill every single Murakami request. Steph says the girls and guys are spending, but ashamed to say. Yeah, for sure, they are. And it's okay. Maybe people are spending a lot and are not getting like invitations to the store, like for events and stuff. Spooky Boo says it's utterly insane. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You can't say I'm a Louis Vuitton VIC, but you didn't get all of the items you asked for from all of the Murakami drops. This person was discussing it on someone else's account, but then you didn't get any items, and then they ended up getting items where it was from the website, not from their CA. But you're a VIP. Well, you're not a VIP. Sorry, because every single VIP has their stuff fulfilled. Steph says the pre-order was made. Oh, Steph says the pre-order was made, but the store manager didn't give final approval based on the profile. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, they made the pre-order, but it was declined. Shit. Spooky Boo says, I was going to buy something from Four Le Page, probably the Daily Basel. Four Le Page is a fire brand. It's a really cool brand. I think I should pass by the store when I go to Paris. Jamie says, I was able to get both items ordered from my CA. I was able to fulfill my order. Yeah. I'm not talking so much about like just ordering. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking more about the people who said that they were VIPs at the brand, but didn't get things fulfilled. There were a lot of people commenting that on TikTok and YouTube comments and stuff. People were like, well, I'm a top tier spender at Louis Vuitton. I'm like, but why weren't your items fulfilled? I don't know. I think having status at the brand, I think, is important for a lot of people. And obviously with Murakami, you didn't have to be a VIP to buy it. And there's still pieces available. I mean, on the American site still has some pieces, not everything, but there are no Blossom pieces though available to buy, at least on the European site. Steph says, when I wanted my Atlas GM in monogram before the wide launch, it had to be approved. So if you're VAC, you should be getting your things. Totally agree. So I think people they might need to accept you're not a VIP. And that's okay. I'm not. My life is fine. Jamie says, if you're a VAC, your CA will 100% make sure we'll move mountains to fulfill your order. Absolutely. So I think Murakami put a lot of people on notice about where they are in the Louis Vuitton hierarchy. I think there are people who thought that they were like up here with Louis Vuitton, but didn't get the things that they wanted fulfilled. So it's kind of similar to Hermes, whereas the VIP situation at Hermes is a nightmare. Like you have to spend if you're in the States, you have to spend like $250,000 a year. And even that is considered low at Hermes. To be considered like a top VIP client, like to go to the fashion show. The people who go to the fashion show are spending like 300K USD, euro, 400K USD to go to the fashion show. I don't know about you, but I think if you have 400,000 to buy ready to wear, I think you should take that to Chanel or Dior and go to those shows. I don't care how much you like Beckins and Kellys. I would still take 400,000 euros in ready-to-wear spending per annum, and I would take that to like Chanel or Dior. That's me though. I don't know what you guys think. Frankly, I take that to Louis Vuitton as well. So I feel like you can go further with that money, because the people who are going to the fashion show at Hermes, like they are spending like hundreds of thousands every season. So I feel like the bar of being a VIP at Hermes is very high. You have to buy a lot of their stuff. That's like super, super, super expensive. Jamie says we'll spend that with Schiaparelli and go to their shows. Yeah, and even with Schiaparelli, you could probably spend way less than that because they have fewer clients. Schiaparelli's VIP spending is probably not even 400. It's probably like 100 or 150. And they'll probably be very happy to see you there. Steph says, I skate by a little because I'm very loyal to one CA. I have fine jewelry and ready to on my LV profile. Oh my God, ask me what fine jewelry I've added to my Paris wish list, Stephanie from Louis Vuitton. You will die. The Blossom Mother of Pearl bracelet with the star thing. I'm definitely not VIC, but she tries really hard to get stuff for me. I think it's because you're really loyal to her. So I think that counts. Like you said, you're super loyal to one person. That's really important. That like loyalty to one person, I think definitely counts because she knows that she can count on you at the end of the month. Maybe if she's trying to hit a target, she knows she can, if she reaches out to you, she knows that you'll pull through. I can imagine that really does count like after a while. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes, that's on my wish list. I've already made my Louis Vuitton wish list of all the things I'm going to get at Louis Vuitton. That's on there. The Color Blossom Pink Mother of Pearl bracelet. The reference, just for those of you who are online, reference is Q95538. Q95538. It's 2,630 euros. I think in America it's like, what, 3,500 USD? Let me check the American site, see how much it is in the States in dollars. Because you know how Louis Vuitton is always playing around with dollars. But yeah, that is on my wish list. So I will be picking that one up too. Really excited because I saw that one on the previous trip too. They've put the Emprunt pave bangle, they've put it back online. It was gone for a while. It's back now. The Emprunt pave bangle, that's like, I think it's like 33,000 euros. I think it's like $35,000. They've put it back there. The one that people said is the poor woman's love bracelet. People don't tell me that. That's still so funny to me. Honestly, I think their fine jewelry is really special. Oh, here it is. Yep. No, hang on, wait. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, here it is. It's $2,510. Yes, I love this one. This one is on my wish list. Jamie says, is the catagram on your wish list from Louis Vuitton? No, it's not. I think, I'm happy for the people who like catagram, but for me, it's a bit 70s. It's a bit wallpaper 70s. I have a cat. I like cats, but it's not giving me like edgy panther running around the Serengeti, cheetahs handling business, jumping from trees and shit. That's the more feline vibes I like. It's definitely giving like 70s tabby cat sitting with her owner in the sitting room on a rocking chair. And there's just something about the aesthetics that I personally don't like. But I think if a lot of people like that aesthetic, because it's very cute, it's very cutesy. So no, it's not for me. I figure you'd be a fan of Catagram because you like Cartier. Yeah, I'm more of a Cartier cat person. So you see, yeah, you're right to mention Cartier, absolutely. But I'm more of a Cartier cat person, like a panther, like a cheetah. You know what I mean? Like a leopard, like slinky big cats who are like apex predators, not like cute little troll cats that are like hanging off bags. I don't know. It looks like wallpaper, but I think that it has a market. I think there are people who like, and please don't be offended if you like the line. It's just I think everyone's entitled to their personal taste. It's just my taste. For what it's worth, I showed my cat the collection. He had no interest. I showed it to him. I was like, look, Lovelace, this is for you. He's like, don't care. Steph says, I'll be honest. I don't understand catagram. I think that catagram is like the answer for like the dog pieces that Louis Vuitton have, the dog items, because they have like year-round dog pieces, like the dog carrier thing. So I feel like, because Gasquier is the one who approached Grace Coddington. I was reading about the history of the first collection in 2018. He approached her. So it's actually a Nicolas Gasquier and Grace Coddington collaboration together, specifically for the women's collection. That's the history. And I think because of this year is like a quiet year for luxury brands, it's just an easy way for people. I guess it's an easy way for Louis Vuitton to make money, to just reissue the collection. And of course, she's going to be on board. She's getting a check, so why wouldn't she? Be happy to do it again. But I think you need to. I think you need to be into cutesy little cats, not like big feline like cheetahs, leopards, panthers. It's not like a Cartier cat. It's like a cutesy little, Saturday morning cat. So it's not for everyone. Okay, guys, I also like this bracelet. Anyone who's on the LV site as well, I just wanted to quickly show you this one. I like this one as well. I know people be like, this looks like VCA. I'm like, I don't care. The Color Blossom BB Star and multi-motif bracelet. I like that one as well. I want to try it on. I'm going to buy the other one that I just mentioned to you, because that one's on my official wish list to buy. But I do like this one. The reference is Q95596. Wait, hang on. Q95596. In America, it's 6,900 USD. I like this one as well. Color Blossom BB Star and Sun multi-motif bracelet in pink rose gold. I do love this. I'm more into Louis Vuitton shapes than I am into Van Cleef shapes, personally. I like this a lot. I would definitely be interested in this. Their jewelry is priced really high, but I think what I would say about their jewelry is I feel like it's more unique. I feel like their fine jewelry, it's more of a unique purchase. Frankly, even Big H's fine jewelry is more unique, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a Cartier or a VCA piece. I mean, it does cost a fortune, though. We have to be honest. The jewelry does cost a lot of money. I'm very curious to see what they'll do for the... What did you guys think about the makeup line drama? Everyone crying about the makeup line. What were your thoughts? I've never seen people so angry on my YouTube shorts, like in the comments. If you guys on my profile, if you go on the video that has 6,000 plus views, it's like people are literally fighting me in the comments. Like, don't post about this. Don't normalize this. I'm like, girl, what? Jamie says, do you prefer LV over Hermes jewelry? I think Louis Vuitton's jewelry is more unique than Hermes jewelry, but I think if you buy Hermes jewelry, you'll get a quota bag. So I think you have to factor that in. But honestly, I was really impressed with the quality of their jewelry when I was in Paris last year and saw some of it on display. I thought it looked stunning. That's why I've put that bracelet that I just mentioned, the one that in America is $2,530. And in Europe, it's 2,600 euros. This one that I've just told you about, the Color Blossom BB Star bracelet, I think it looks so unique and so different. But Hermes jewelry is also really nice. Everything Hermes jewelry does is nice, but it's like, obviously you get a quota bag, so you have to factor that in. So there is some Hermes jewelry I'm stalking as well for the trip. But that's like for playing the game. I'm willing to play the game. I want to buy my mum a really special gift. So I was thinking maybe I could use some of the jewelry bait to buy my mother a present. I'll still come here and unbox it. She knows about the unboxing stuff. I'll be like, I'll buy you a gift, but I have to unbox it on my channel first. And she's like, okay, whatever. Steph says, makeup is heavily democratized. Just buy a $20 lipstick and keep it moving. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Okay, but Stephanie, they're all shouting at me. And I was like, stop shouting. Ollie says, hola. Hola, Ollie. ¿Cómo estás? Jamie says, I think I'll stick with Fenty Beauty for makeup needs, but some of LV's SLGs for the makeup pieces look great. Okay. I'm going to buy the makeup. I love makeup. I love glam. So I was like, I'm coming on YouTube Live. I have to put on some matte lip gloss for you guys. It's a must. But yeah, it's okay. Their makeup isn't for everyone, and that's fine. But I don't understand why is everyone so upset about Louis Vuitton specifically? Why does it not annoy you that Hermes has blotting paper that's like, how much is that stupid blotting paper anyway? Let me go on their website right now. Let me go on that Big H website right now. Um, Hermes blotting paper. I mean, in America, the blotting paper is 53 US dollars for 100 blotting sheets. In the UK, no, sorry, in the EU, it's 50 euros. I mean, who needs that? But no one's crying about that. And of course, we're still going to buy it because it's just a fun, cool thing to buy. I didn't understand why was everyone drawing the line at $250 eyeshadow, €220 eyeshadow, and £140, £160 eyeshadow. Like, why was that so offensive? Like, whatever, who cares? Yeah, the blotting papers in the States were $53. And they're not, and it's just Hermes blotting paper with an Hermes logo on it. And it looks small. Jamie says, I think it's just invoked hate on Louis Vuitton right now because people already spend all their money this year on Murakami, lol. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right about that. You are absolutely right about that. Yeah, maybe people are crying about it because of that. Again, Hermes is just ridiculously expensive for what it is. It's just so expensive. So I wanted to talk to you guys today. I wanted to hear what your wish lists are for the rest of the year and your the reason why I was moving my phone is because I'm trying to get the wish list. I wanted to hear what you guys are looking to buy for the rest of the year because I want to be inspired. My husband said he's going to buy me 2 push gifts when we go to Europe. By the time we get there, so he said, find something you really like. So my life exists of this: going to work, nursing my son, sitting online looking for things for this man to buy for me. Okay, that's my life. And he's like, think it through because you can't change your mind. So I want to hear what you guys are buying, like fine jewelry, clothing, anything that's like high end. What are you guys buying? Or thinking about buying, or what's on the schedule? Or if you're on a no buy, let me know. I'm curious to hear. And to your point, Jamie, about everyone being angry at Louis Vuitton. Okay, that's cool. And I think you're right. I think it is that, but I don't know why people, I saw someone on a beauty guru's page, someone wrote this comment like, she's not a luxury shopper. The person was like, I've only ever bought Hermes lipstick. Oh my God, I have to say it. And they were like, I had such a great experience. I was like, what shop did you go to? Because I guarantee you, if you go into the Paris stores and ask for makeup, they will run you out of there. Just want to say that. Steph says Gucci Giglio. Ooh, yes. That is also on my European wish list. I love how the Giglios just kind of become this like viral sensation. I feel like everything Gucci does where they're not trying. Have you noticed with Gucci, when they stop trying, people like gravitate to them. And then when they do really annoying stuff and they're trying, people get angry about it. I love the Giglio. Do you like it in denim or in the GG Supreme brown canvas? Jamie says, I really want to try the new Fendi Spy bag in the red hagfish. I've seen the hagfish finish. I think the Spy bag looks best in that finish versus in the sort of normal leathers. I would like Venturini to just create a new handbag design. She's obviously has a gift. She created the baguette. She created the peekaboo. She created the spy. She has a gift. I would prefer, she created the Fendigraphy, their like half moon bag as well. She clearly has a gift. Like, I want her to go and create a new design because allegedly the like fashion T blogs are saying that LVMH is waiting for the year to end and then they'll announce someone new after the 100th anniversary ends this year. I think it should be Maria Grazia. I think that could be a cool like return to Rome, return home for Maria Grazia. Everyone was dragging Maria Grazia, and now look at the looks that we're getting. Boo-boo, so far, these couture looks are not eating honey. Steph says brown canvas. Yes, love it. Great. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys this isn't the full wish list. This is everything I'm committed to guessing if it's available for purchase. If you're on the American website, these pieces are available on the American website, but for some reason they're not. They take them on. They take them off the European site, then they put them back on again. I don't know why. Okay, so here, this isn't everything. I'm just going to mention three things from my wish list. Keep other things to myself. There's a ton of stuff on here. The first one is the Rattan Pink Capucine. The reference is M26005. 5,500 euros. I love this. I hope it's still there by the time I get there. Fingers crossed. I do love this. And I think for the tropical weather of this country, I think it would be a perfect look for me. And it's pink. I really want it in pink. I was telling my husband about it. He's like, what if we get there and it's in white or something? And I was like, stop being negative. Black Italian says, for a push present, go for a real heavy hitter watch, something you can wear forever. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I feel like a watch is so, I don't know. I feel like a watch is something which I want to get anyway. Like I wouldn't necessarily want it to be like a reminder. I want I think I want to settle on fine jewelry. But thanks for the idea. Love the idea. I think I want something from fine jewelry versus a watch, because I feel like I want to have many watches versus just one to remind me of it. But it was a tough birth, so yeah, I'd like something expensive to remember it by. Jamie says, I have an unhealthy obsession with the LV Capucines. I think I'm up to 7 now. Pray for me. Oh, okay, that's great. Well, I have more that are on the wish list for Paris, so let me tell you. I would love to get that one. The next one I'm obsessed with is this one, which I'm calling the Charm Bracelet Capucine in pink. It's on the website. The reference is M14972, 5,900 euro. It's a normal capucine and it has like a charm bracelet on it. I'm obsessed with the color. Love. Black Italia says, all right, jewelry then, but make a heavy hitter. Okay. You're inspiring me. Like that. Like I said, every day I just look for things that he can buy me. That's all I do every day. He's like, what do you do today? I'm like, I went to work and I looked at things that you can buy me. It's like, what else did you do besides look at things I can buy you? I'm like, anyway, let's move back to things you can buy me. The next one that's on the wish list for Europe is the Cherry Murakami White Capucine with the cherry appliques. The reference is M13251. So you know the one I'm talking about, the one that's white and that has the cherry ones. The Dauphine MM canvas, the bracelet that I've just told you about, some ready to wear. There's another capucine. What do you guys think about that fringe capucine? What do you think about that? It's on the website right now. It's black and it has fringes. It has like a black fringe detail on the side. I like that one too. I don't have a CA at Louis Vuitton, so I'll just set up an appointment on the website when it's time to go, and then but I'm committing to buy everything that I mentioned on the form, because you know, like with Louis Vuitton, when you make an appointment, if you don't have a CA, you know, if you're making an appointment in a tourist city, there's that form you fill out. Anything that's requested, I will buy. I won't like request things that I won't buy. So that's why I want to be sure that I'm going to buy it. And then the thing that I am thinking about getting, perhaps instead of the Pave Love bracelet, because you know the Love bracelet, they've been making some changes to it. The two Pave pieces that I'm looking at, I've told you guys before, the Messika Move Noah Pave bangle. It's 13,700 euros. It's on the Messika website. It's like this. It's not as big as my finger. And it's 13,700 euros and it's Pave. Okay? But it's not, I don't think it's fully pave. I think it's just half, and it's 13,700. And then there's this one here on the Louis Vuitton website, the Empreinte bangle in yellow gold with pave diamonds. The reference is Q95784 on the website, Q95784. In America, this one's 29,900 US dollars. In Europe, it's 33,000 euros. I don't know why the dollar is cheaper than the euro right now on Louis Vuitton. It's really annoying. So yes, 29.9K in dollars, but it's 33,000 in euros. Obviously, you'd get the refund. I also heard a rumor that apparently the fine jewelry refunds over a specific amount of money is like a higher percentage. So I'm thinking about getting this one. If I might get this if I don't buy the Pave Masika bangle, but if I get the Masika bangle, I probably won't buy this. But I'm thinking about this one too. Jamie says you love the white Murakami with the cherries. I have the Speedy and the cherries look amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love the way the cherries look on the that Capucine. I love the way they look. I think they look. I love that white Capucine with the cherries. They just look really, really good. I really hope it's still there. The fact it's on the website is a good sign. So I took the references down and everything. So I'm thinking about this one. I think this looks really nice. I remember this bracelet. I remember seeing someone post it on Instagram, and the diamonds look amazing. Like they really sparkle. And it's like 20,000 less than the Pave bracelet at Cartier. But the Pave Love bracelet, they've changed the aesthetics of it. So we'll just have to see. So that's just some of my wish list. There's a ton of stuff I want to get. I'm also interested in the Ferragamo Hug. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in so much stuff. And the Alaya heart bag. I would also love to get maybe something from Fendi, maybe clothing, maybe a dress or something like that. We'll see how snatched my body looks by the time I get to Europe. We'll see if I'm snatched at all. That is the goal right now. I think I underestimated how hard weight loss is after you have a kid. But I'm getting there, but it's not as easy as, not that I didn't, and to be fair, I didn't think it was easy. I think that's a bit of an overreaction. I definitely didn't think it was easy, but it is much harder than I thought. So I'd love to know what you guys are, looking to buy, or are you guys gonna buy anything big for Christmas or anything up this month or anything interesting for the new year? Or are you not like making any big purchases lately? Like I'm very curious to know what everyone's like, thinking about buying. Anthea says, I hate not being able to wear my designer clothes because of my weight. Yeah, and I mean, look, weight fluctuates, I have the like Moschino clothes I bought, the Versace jeans couture clothes I bought. I have the Max Mara swimsuit. I'm trying to build, you want a Maximals? The Maximals is on my big H wish list for Europe as well. I want one too. I swear I want one, and not just because you said you want one. But yeah, weight fluctuations I think are normal. Steph says I want a new car, so I'm diverting some money to that. Okay, that's nice. What are you thinking about buying? I love hearing about the things that people buy. Black Italo says, I've ruined myself on Bottega the past few months. Bottega's also removed. I think you guys will really like the European content because I'll be going to a lot of places this time around. I'll definitely show a lot as well, which I'm excited. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's always good to hear what you guys are interested in. I love hearing what other people are interested in. Jamie says, I want more ready-to-wear jewelry, please. So I get the Fendi bag and be my last bag for a while. Yeah, jewelry and ready-to-wear is totally where it's at. I'm obsessed with ready-to-wear, honestly. Mercedes GLE, I love luxury, but I've never had a luxury car. Oh, that's a great car. That is a great car. That is a wonderful car. You will not look back. Shoes in Europe is just next level. Ooh, yes. Zanotti's, Rene Calvilla's. Guys, do you think that Rene Calvilla low-key has been putting pressure on Christian Louboutin? I think so. I love Zanotti's as well. I saw someone say that they thought that Christian Louboutin shoes were dated. What do you guys think? I saw someone post that on Threads. Threads is just full of bullshit because it's like people looking for followers for their Instagram. So they say really annoying things so that they make people upset so that everyone goes to attack them and then follows them. I don't fall for that. Ooh, Anthea agrees. You agree that they're dated. Someone said that they thought that Louboutins were really dated. I'm more of a Zanotti and like Calvilla girl. I like the Gianvito Rossi as well. I don't know if I think Louboutins are dated, but I think the Red Soul isn't dated. I think that's such a cool idea. But I'm wondering, are his designs like not modern anymore? Not so much dated, they're just less modern. I don't know. I think they're confused. Oh, the people who say that or Louboutin? I feel like Rene Calvilla, like, and even though the brand's been around forever, I feel like it's a brand that really has gone. It lends itself to TikTok specifically. Like if you see the unboxings on TikTok, like every day someone's unboxing new Calvillas. Oh, the person that said that. Yeah, because I just feel like you're just trying to trigger people and make people upset because there's still a mood when you still see a woman walking with Louboutins. You still pay attention to that soul. But I wonder if, like, and then when you see Zendaya walking around in the Socates, I'm like, girl, they look good. I was looking at there were these really cute Zanottis. They're very high. I was like, I should just order them for like, oh, they're on Farfetch. I was like, I should just order them because we have wedding season coming up this December and November. I showed my husband and he's like, they're really nice, but are you going to wear them? That's the question. I'm like, stop. It's not like the YSL logo heel shoes, those opium shoes. Like, you're going to buy those and you're not going to wear them. And Thea says, I feel like we wear more flat shoes. He's bringing in our fresh designs. Yeah, it's just that the problem is I wouldn't buy Louboutins for flats. I don't know what you guys think. Like if I'm gonna buy Louboutins, I want them to be like the Pigalle or the Socates. Like I want that, but I'm a maximalist. I don't know. I don't think Louboutin is dated, but I think it's good that there are other options out there because I think it forces shoe designers to be more creative. There's so many shoe designers now who are like bringing something different to the game. So I think it's good because it forces everyone to like step up their game, you know? Because it reminds me of like this topic again, just to bring up a hot topic for us to discuss on here. It reminds me of again just more nonsense on threads that I saw about Fashion Week, because New York Fashion Week is always first, then it's London, then it's Milan, then it's Paris at the end, right? And someone was basically saying that influencers are basically kind of being annoying, saying they're at Fashion Week, but they're not at calendar invitations. So like the people who are going to New York Fashion Week, but are not actually going to like Ralph Lauren or Laquan Smith or, Carolina Herrera, Sergio Hudson, those are like calendar invitations, meaning it's on the calendar. And then someone had posted this on Threads and then this influencer got upset. So we're just curious to know, like, do you guys care if an influencer's like, I've gone to Fashion Week, but it's not actually a calendar invitation. It's like a Shein activation or H&M activation. I have no problems with stuff like that, by the way. You guys, I don't feel. If I want flats, I'll go to Hermes personally. Yeah, Gucci or Fendi. I agree. Just don't go to Hermes in Paris to buy shoes. You will be dragged, as per my dragging videos and as per the things I've seen. They had like a woman at Sevres last year her job was to deal with tourists who were trying to buy shoes at Sev. It just looked like a nightmare. Jamie says, going to a Ralph Lauren or Sergio Hudson show is a dream of mine, Louis Vuitton too. Yeah, exactly. Those are all on the calendar. That shoe department sounds insane. It's actually insane. Like, it's insane at all three stores. I just, I'm struggling to understand them. That's like, can you help me get a leather moment? No, I can't. I just sell shoes here. I just thought that was such an interesting. Again, it's probably rage bait, and the person's just doing that for attention or whatever. But I couldn't help but agree. But then at the same time, I'm like, God, it must be so hard to get these invitations to go to these top tier fashion weeks and stuff, and these like top tier events. If like H&M or Shein or ASOS are doing an activation and they invite you, of course you should go. Why wouldn't you go? That seems so strange to me. If ASOS invite me, shit, I'm fucking going. You know what I mean? I think sometimes like with the Fashion Week content that influencers post, I think what has happened, and I remember some people talking about this, I think the previous season that just passed, is that it ends up becoming like a popularity contest, and it's like for them going to parties and things like that. So maybe that's what people are talking about. Steph says, I think I'd be overstimulated by FSH. I think FSH is a nightmare. I'm going back there, but I think it's a nightmare. And this says, my mom just bought some Orans in Europe and they were so sweet to her. Okay, that's nice. I have to be honest with you guys. They are nice to you if you don't ask for a coat bag. They're really, really nice. I think they appreciate if you're not there to ask for handbags and stuff. We know, me and my cousin noticed this in the trip where she was with me, the last trip. We noticed that when the stores where I was like fighting to get cancellations, they were like, but when we went to the Copenhagen store, they're really nice to us. And we left and she was like, I was like, it's because we're not asking for handbags. That's very nice. Anthea says she's also an old lady. Okay, that's nice. Cece says, hey, Kagem. Hello. Hello. Glad that you guys are here. I don't know. I feel like just to wrap up the influencer hot topic thing, I think influencers need to like understand that not everyone's going to agree with you, and it's okay to have healthy debates. You know, a lot of people didn't agree with me about the Louis Vuitton stuff on the shorts, but I was happy to hear people's opinions, and people can go on their merry way. Like, I don't know why does it upset you if someone has been honest and said, hey, look, like, I don't think that you're at Fashion Week if you're not on a calendar invitation. I don't know if I disagree. Neeti, hi, Neeti. Hi, Kagam. Hi, Neeti. Tanya, hello, Tanya. Hey, Kagam. It's good to see you guys here. We can talk about anything you want, you guys. Guys, whenever I was talking to my man about these lives, he says his idea is that you guys should suggest topics. I think he's right. So we can talk about anything you want, just no politics. Don't talk about politics, you guys. The world is melting down. Aliens would not invade this planet. That is how insane our world is. So we don't need to discuss politics on here. Okay? We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about, we talk about it. But just not that. I'd love to know what you... Okay, well, now that there are more of you, let me repeat the person who said that I don't buy anything on the past forum, which those of you who were at the beginning, you'll be annoyed, but let me just repeat it for the people who just joined. Tanya says, I've been watching your lives this week. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to make them better. I'll work on it, you guys. I was thinking about maybe live streaming earlier in the day, then I can sit by the pool, but then the time differences mean I think most of you will miss it. This is a better time, I think, for you guys and for me. Neeti says, love the dragon videos. Okay, good, because I have another one coming on Saturday. You will die. It's so funny. The one on Saturday is really funny. It was like a man complaining about going to Hermes and being dragged. I mean, you look a mess. What they said. Yeah. Okay. Yes, this one is, people are very silly. Okay. Okay. So basically, I'm repeating it for the people who just joined the live. Someone on the past forum, again, salute to the past forum. It's not hate or anything. I like the past forum, but someone on the past forum said that they got a really coveted coat bag at the brand, and said that they spent, after spending more money, they were offered it. Then someone's like, how much did you pre-spend? Then the person says, quote, sorry, I don't keep track of pre-spending, so I have no idea. It was in between offers. I'll just be making up a number even if I guessed. It's more about my relationship plus consistent spending. But the person just said they were offered it after spending. But then when you were asked what you bought, you're like, sorry, I don't remember what I bought. I don't remember what I spent. I'll just be making it up. I'm sorry. My husband's right. Hermes is a cult. That's what happens in a cult. The cult leader told you to close the door. You closed the door. The person asked you, did you close the door? No, I didn't close the door. The doorknob wasn't there. I didn't close the door. The CC said what they said, exactly. Neeti said, I started reading about the Vacation New Delhi reviews, hilarious. Ooh, okay, that will give me, that's a good one. Yes, because of the boutique in Delhi and Mumbai. Let me add them as well. I'll add them. Because I normally what I do is I collect them and then I film them on a certain day. Oh, guys, can you like the video, please? The live. Steph says cognitive dissonance. Yes, exactly. How can she just said, guys, she admitted that she bought something. She was like, I was offered this really coveted piece. I bought stuff. And the person's like, how much did you spend? I'm sorry, I don't keep track of how much I spent. I don't remember how much I spent. Nisi says, it's a cult. It's a cult. Tanya says, thumbs up the live. Yes, guys, please. Thumbs up the live. Let's try and get me out there so more people can find me. Anthea says, oh my God, my husband hates Hermes. Cult conversations, but we made the rule he can talk about football to me if I talk about Hermes. That's amazing. Maybe I should tell my man that because he loves talking about computers. I don't want to talk about no computers. I like that. He thinks it's a cult. He's like, this is a cult. Okay. This reminds me of something that I've never shared before. The first trip of going to shop at Hermes in 2021, we went together to Severus. It's the only time he's ever been there. And when we were in Severus, he was walking around. He said he saw a couple asking for a cancellation. I've never shared this before because he doesn't like me mentioning him in everything, but I think he'll be okay with the live. He doesn't want it to be in the permanent videos. And they were like, can you help us get a cancellation? The SA was like, no, madame. He remembers that for some reason. He was like, how humiliating. He just said he found it really humiliating. And he was like, this is ridiculous. And he was like, I'd much rather just give you money and just go to Louis Vuitton and go to Versace and deal with this nonsense. Niti says, yeah. Jamie says, maybe she's embarrassed to admit how much she spent, LOL. That's true, but she needs to stop playing around. I was saying in the earlier part of the live, people will tell you their body count before they tell you what they spent at this brand. People will show you their credit card statement before they tell you what they spent at this company. It's a cult. He's right. We're not in the cult. We're like the cool people who refuse to be cultivized. Yeah. Mark Johnson. Hello. Hello, Mark. Can you do dragging videos about Big H Boutique in Vietnam and Thailand? Yes. I think one of the issues about the boutiques in Asia, this is what I wanted to tell you guys, because I do get feedback about the boutiques in Asia. Can you talk more about Asia? One of the problems is, first of all, obviously, they don't speak English in those countries. So sometimes I feel like it's unfair to post like an English-speaking review of a country where people don't speak English, because it might be a really annoying tourist who's being a troll. Yes, of course, I can read the translated reviews, but I feel like it's a little bit unfair to like spotlight places where it's a different culture. So that's why you notice, and I don't post like the Japanese, Korean, and Chinese stores, because oftentimes when people leave English reviews, it's like a tourist who went there and didn't buy a thing, and they were like, oh, they're so rude to me. And it's like, you need to go there and buy stuff. But I'll definitely make an effort to post more about Hong Kong, because there are a lot of English language reviews of Hong Kong. And also Singapore. And I do post Singapore in the dragging reviews, and Australia as well. And I can definitely put Vietnam and Thailand. It's just going to require me to like read the translated reviews, which obviously Thailand, they have their own script. Vietnamese uses the Latin script. So I can definitely do that. Yeah. It's good feedback though. It's just, I wanted to explain why you don't see them. It's just that oftentimes it's like, it'll be, for example, the Japanese reviews, if they're English reviews, it'll be like a tourist who didn't buy anything. They didn't even buy like a lip oil. And they're like, they were super rude to me. No one came up to me. What do you expect, girl? What do you expect? Cece's laughing. But yeah, so the dragging video will be coming on Saturday. And I want to experiment with them. I might do longer ones. So maybe every Saturday there can be a dragging video, so you have something to watch for the weekend. Jamie says, dope. Dope. Why did I say dope? I don't know why that came up in my head. Sorry. Like, I thought you meant dope. Like, that's dope. Like, amazing. Does Dior drag people? I never read about bad experiences shopping there. Yes, Dior baby does drag people. And the Dior boutique in New York, in Soho, I can always rely on that store, honey. If I haven't posted about Dior in a while, I'm like, let's see what's happening in Manhattan, because the Manhattan Dior standalone stores, they get girls together. Yes, absolutely. And that reminds me, thank you for that. Let me put that down in my notes. Yes, God. Let me write that here in my Google Notes. Okay. Dior, Soho, NYC, Hermes, Vietnam, and Thailand. Anthea says, such a fair assessment about Asia and their cultural respect is so different. Yeah, exactly. So I want to make sure that, like, if we're going to critique that, we need to make sure that people are also going in good faith. Because that, for example, if you notice when I feature the South African stores, I always make sure to let people know watching the dragging videos, African culture, you can't come looking a mess. You can't. If you do, they don't care what color you are. They don't care what country you're from. They're going to tell you to leave because you look a mess. Now, some people is very casual. They might be offended by that. This is a live free driving videos. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that they found their audience because I think those reviews are hysterical. Some of them literally have me in tears. So I think you like the one literally in tears. Some of them I'm literally crying because they're so funny. So Steph said, I didn't even do anything wrong. Oh, Dior Houston dragged me. They just didn't have what I wanted. And the girl was mad. Okay, that's not fair. That's not right. Mark says, I was surprised that the LV beauty products were not in all the stores. SA told me so many people came into the stores looking for products and they only had a handful of stores. Oh, I wasn't. They don't want it to turn into a carnival, honey. They don't want it to turn into a supermarket. They know exactly what they're doing. I don't know the situation in America, but I think in America they were in Miami, LA, and New York. Yeah, I think they were in those standalones and maybe two others, right? Very few standalones in the States. I think in Paris they were at Champs. Yeah, just at Champs, and I think at in London they're at New Bond Street. And no, not New Bond Street. They're at Harrods. Anthea says I'm South African. Exactly. So you know what time it is. People don't look a mess. So if you're from a culture where people are more casual, and you go to the Louis Vuitton in Johannesburg or the Cartier in Johannesburg, and you look a mess, gather her, take her away, get the hounds to take her away. Steph says it's only in 5 or 6 stores in the States. Yeah, very few stores. Niti says in India, LV Beauty launches next year. Oh, can't wait to hear what you think about it. Niti, Chanel said that they're going to be focusing on India and Mexico and Canada moving forward. So they might be opening a big store in India very soon. Ollie says, has there been a big H Chicago dragging video, maybe within US cities' biggest dragging stories? Oh, that's a cool theme. I like that. Biggest dragging stories in America. Okay, I have featured Chicago, I think in the two videos ago, but I like that. Thanks for these ideas, you guys. And he says, Mama, I'm from a chill city, and when I shop in Josie, I turn up. Days of Pride. Facts. Exactly. I was turning up to no one is going to Johannesburg looking a mess. So I think with the dragging videos, with Asia and the Middle, you'll notice I don't post the Middle East either, often. Periodically I do. It's because I just want to make sure that people are leaving reviews in good faith. So like in the Middle East, like dressing modestly is like super important and being respectful of people's cultural beliefs. So some tourists can be very rude. So I'm like, sometimes I'm angry reading the review because I'm like, no, you're just a rude person and you were handled. Nisi says they have had one in New Delhi for a long time. Guess something will be coming big to Mumbai. Yes, I know they've had the one in New Delhi, but it looks like they want to expand in India and with a physical flagship, like ready to wear bags. So for the future, that's something to look at. Yeah, it probably will be Mumbai. Anthea says, please, I need Dallas and Houston scoop. Okay, we'll do. Steph says, I will really want to see Big H Seattle dragging because that's a tough store. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Look at you guys. You guys are full of ideas. This is so good. Love that. I love this idea of requests. I like that. Mark says, I would think LV would have the products in stores for the holiday season, easy sales, get the dollars while the money, hype and attention's there, hype will die down. They need to release the advent calendar. Louis Vuitton, pay me now. This is my idea. I want to hear your ideas for the LV advent calendar as if we're being paid when we're not. Hear me out. Louis Vuitton traveling to Paris for Christmas. Each day before Christmas Day is every part of his journey, leaving home at 13, arriving to Paris. So 25 steps. And Christmas Day is when he opens a trunk full of his future successes and endeavors. Louis Vuitton, the journey of success, advent calendar. But makeup and glam, advent calendar. Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, pay me now, thank you. Just pay me now. We'll share the money with everyone in the live. We'll all take a check. Niti says, true. I agree with you, Mark, that hype will die down, but I don't think people are ready for the reality that this makeup line isn't for everyone, and that's okay. And also, no disrespect to like Nikki Tutorials, I saw her like video, but I think she's salty that she didn't get a PR box. Niti says, can you imagine the LV advent price? I'm imagining it right now, $1,000, €1,000, £1,000. That's what it's giving. Steph says, I had a decent experience at Houston Hermes, but I knew what I wanted. He could tell I was short on time. Was getting a perfume as a gift. Essay was very pleasant. Oh, that's nice. Anthea says, neat surprise. Mark says, great idea for Advent calendar. I'm just saying, it's very inspirational, his journey, and each day could be Louis Vuitton's journey to Paris, and Christmas Day can be he's opening the trunk full of his future successes, endeavors, gift. And it could be really cool. They have, the cool thing about Louis Vuitton is they have a lot of brand IP. They can do anything. Cece says, I'll take that check. Yeah, I'll take a check. That's right. Pay us now. Just pay everyone in the live. Ollie says, LV calendar that includes bottle of champagne. Exactly. Steph says, that's not my home store, so I wasn't going to spend much anyway. I think it's really cool that you like went in and knew what you wanted. I think they appreciate that. Jamie says, you should do a countdown to the top worst drags of the year as a holiday gift to your subscribers. Okay, I like that. I like that, you guys. Okay, cool. I'm not going to do Vlogmas this year, so I think that could be a better idea. Like, maybe every day, maybe the advent calendar for the high glams and can be a dragging video countdown. That's actually really cool. Love this. You guys are so full of ideas. Love all of your ideas. To the point about Mark was saying about Louis Vuitton, just to the point about the hype dying down for Louis Vuitton. Again, I think there are a lot of influencers who are salty. Nikki Tutorials was salty that she wasn't sent a PR box. They didn't send her one. They didn't send a lot of top influencers PR boxes, honey. And I think that I noticed the people who didn't get PR boxes seemed salty that they had to go and buy it themselves. And the people who receive PR boxes, of course, want to stay on the PR list. So they can't say anything mean. And this says Advent drag calendar. Oh, yes, this is a good one. These actually, guys, these are great ideas. Thanks for your ideas. I'm writing them down. Jamie says, Anthea, yes. Mark says, essay number 1 in Melbourne is a beast. He's the messiest of the year. Yeah, that dragging video is hysterical. Watch the Nikki tutorials. 100% salty. Yeah, she's salty. She's completely salty. They didn't send her a PR box. They sent Jeffree Star. They didn't send James Charles a PR box. He was also salty and mad. I don't care because I know some of their fans might come in here trying to defend them in the comments. Don't waste your time. I'm Gucci. I live a great life. So don't even bother being like you're jealous. I'm just saying you could tell who was salty because the people who didn't get the PR and the PR. Did you notice that they sent different PR boxes based on how many followers someone had? If you didn't have a massive following, you got the rectangle. If you had a big following, you got the circle with the light in it. It's just like, Steph says, I hate beauty advent calendars. Really? Guys, who do you think does a good advent calendar? I think La Mer's advent calendar is like probably good value for money. Value for money, talking about La Mer as if. CC says the PR boxes are really nice. Yeah, the PR boxes were really, really nice. I'm curious how much LV spends on PR boxes. A lot of money, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It did what it needed to do because it got everyone talking about the collection, got everyone triggered. People are losing their minds. Niti says video idea, advent calendar for the best exotic bags across brands. Oh, that's so good. Guys, look at you guys. You guys, these are really good. Love that. Cece says, I haven't seen a good one yet. Sorry, Steph says, I haven't seen a good one yet. Steph, you're dragging the girls right now. Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Dior, Chanel, I require you to respond to Steph. She says she hasn't seen a good beauty advent calendar. I think Louis Vuitton Beauty should do an incredible advent calendar. Do something amazing that everyone wants to go and buy. And that will really make, because Mark is right. The hype will die down. But they have so much IP. Imagine when they release the foundation and the powder. It's over. It's over. This is the first proper competition Chanel has had in luxury high-end makeup for a long time. Okay? Dior as well. And if you notice, LV's not really competing against Dior because they're stable mates. LV's really letting Big C know, I'm here. Do something now. Let's see you do something, girl. Steph says, if LV does, Nisi says, LOL. Steph says, if LV does one, I'll buy it and even open it on video and it better eat. Ooh, yes, they're going to do foundation. You wait. When they do foundation, and they do powder. It's over. They had those like cleansing milks and cleansing waters at the store that people couldn't buy. People took pictures. Cece said, I've done YSL Advent Calendar 2 years ago in a row. Product's so good, I'll be skipping this year. I'm on overflow. Oh no, you're skipping it this year? Niti says, I'm so impressed with the current beauty line, sold out. Well done, LV. I mean, they did their big one. I would never count Louis Vuitton out. I think the people who are like, and the packaging was amazing. Like, I don't care what anyone says. It looks amazing. I can't wait to get mine. So I'll definitely get mine. I'll probably just wait to go to Johannesburg to buy, actually. LV Foundation, Steph says, LV Foundation will be $250 for the girls. We'll have a meltdown. Facts. It's going to be like $250. So true. Jamie says, has Pat McGrath commented on LV launch? She was on everyone's Instagrams, you guys. Like every single influencer who unboxed the PR, she commented. I have to say, she has been marketing the hell out of this launch. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that. Remember, even with Takashi Murakami, he was at every single thing promoting the collections this year. That's what people want to see, because if you see the person who's involved believe in it, it makes you believe in it more. Anthea says, Korean beauty and makeup have me in a chokehold. I can't with the West in beauty department. Steph says the packaging is insanely beautiful, stunning. Niti says packaging is a vibe. I can't wait to get my fix of LV lipsticks. Yeah, it's going to be a huge success. It's going to be a huge success. And I think it's okay to critique it, but I just don't understand why people were so upset. I don't know why people draw the line at that. Can we talk about how much Hermes baby products are? Let's talk about that. I'm on the Hermes website right now. So let me go do that right now. I mean, people are crying about that. Let's talk about Hermes making baby blankets that my son will spit all over. And it's like $1,500. And no one is saying a damn thing. Ollie says, I'm really enjoying my LV lipstick. I love that picture you took. It was so beautiful. It's better than Chanel 31 Rouge, and I'm a Chanel Beauty loyalist. You are a Chanel Beauty gal. Absolutely. I mean, look at Big H. Big H has created 2 sets of beach rackets for your baby, $1,000, $1,125 US. There's a troll, rabbit troll, $780 from Hermes. There's a bird troll, $780. I remember seeing this jumpsuit, the Cabriole jumpsuit, $1,100, and it's tiny. This boy is very big. So yeah, I need people to chill out, let people buy what they want, and that's that. I'd get the bath towel or the baby blanket though. Steph says people are buying Hermes lanterns for $11K. Give me a break. I know, exactly. Like I'm not going to hear people be like really like people be super pious about this. It's super annoying. Niti says, OMG, Hermes, Gucci, LV, dog collar pricing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, give me a break. Tanya says, I would love if LV released nail polishes. They probably will. They have so much brand IP. And I think that the beauty accessories, like the lipstick trunk, the nieces and the pouches, I know that people were just like, the reaction to that was really great. Okay, so sorry, just to be annoying. Here's the baby washcloth from Big H, the Avalon washcloth. In America, it's $90, the washcloth. It looks, I'm trying to understand what baby is being wrapped in this thing. It's like this big. Of course you're going to buy it. There's the dragon stuffed animal, 1,100. I'm probably going to buy this one here, the Avalon towel, but in blue for him, $220. That's a little bit more realistic. But again, let them, okay, hang on, the final baby item, the Cabriole nappy bag from Big H, $2,700 US. The nappy bag. But we draw the line somehow. I won't forgive that woman who was like, I went into Hermes and I bought, makeup and they didn't care. I'm like, oh, please, go into Paris and see how you get run out of there. They'll run you out in 2 seconds trying to buy lipsticks. It's interesting to see what bags. Let's see what bags Hermes has on the website. I never go on the website to look at their bags because there's nothing ever available. Okay, this is interesting. They have a Lindy. Of course, they're all unavailable for purchase. They have a Lindy. I have say, does anyone think that the Medor Cluse bag looks like that Delvaux bag? I think the bag at Delvaux is called the Tempest. Does anyone think the Medor Cluse bag from Hermes looks like the Delvaux bag? I think it does. 11,300 for this thing. Get out of here. Jamie says, to Niti, my dog wants an Hermes collar for her birthday. I told her to get a job. Just kidding, LOL. Amantia says, the Dior pillow is $1,000. That's so funny. That's so funny. Ollie says, I see what you're saying because of the shape and the hardware. Yes, it does look like that. Because I remember asking you guys, I think on a previous live, like, should I go to Delvaux? And the response from many of you was I should go to Delvaux and Moina to just check them out and I can show you guys and stuff. The last time we passed through Delvaux, I think it was at Galerie Lafayette. They were super friendly and they were like, yeah, just come in and have a look. There was no pressure to buy, so I don't mind passing by. I still think the Delvaux bag aesthetically looks better than this. Niti says, yeah, I see the similarities between the two bags. Yeah, and also this is $11,300. Oh, look what's on the website, the Sanglon clutch. I might post this in our Facebook group, actually. It's 8,100. There's the Somador bag, which looks like the horse feed bag. Anyway, the non-quota bag I want to buy in Europe is the Maximal, so I'm going to request that in Paris as well. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get a Mini Kelly and a Maximals. Mini Kelly, Kelly Pochette, Kelly 25, or the Birkin Cellier if it's still around, and Maximals. That's the goal, so we'll see. I wrote about this in the newsletter, but I saw someone on TikTok post that they bought like ready to wear a jacket, shirts for their husband, ready to wear for themselves, and they only offered a Constance. That was quite stressful to watch. I was quite stressed watching that because I was like, oh my God, that's so much back and no quota bag. Cece says, you should go to Delvaux. I visited flagship in Brussels. Stuff was amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely going to pass by because I quite like the look of some of their stuff. And like I said, I had to get my mother a gift. I want to get my mother something really special. I normally pick something from every trip and I give it to her. But I want to get her something really special. I feel like the Delvaux bags do give like international successful person. They give those vibes. Mark says, Hermes and Chanel have always been expensive. LV is primarily known for canvas, even though they're really pushing leather. That's why people bulk to LV beauty prices. Okay, thanks for bringing this up. I want to debate this, but just before we do that, Niti says, I think I'll get a divorce before I get an Hermes dog collar. Okay, that's really funny. That's so funny. To Mark's point, okay, but are LV really just known for canvas? I mean, guys, don't you think that they have successfully shown that they are one of the bad bitches right now of high-end luxury fashion? I mean, even in like the video, I know that we're like a niche group on here, I understand, to the general public, but I feel like they're known so much more now for not just, of course, canvas is what they're known for, of course, but I feel like they have been successful in beginning to turn the image of the brand around. I think they are getting there. I don't know what was so shocking about the prices compared, frankly, to Chanel. What about that $200 Chanel limited edition beauty lipstick thing? How come no one complained about that? Chanel's Cocoa glosses are 38 euros a pop. And they're like, I think they're the best lip glosses from any like luxury brand. And I'm sorry, I think 38 euros for like oil in like a plastic tube is a lot. Niti says, excuse me. Niti says, I think I'll get, sorry, it's such a funny line. I think I'll get a divorce. We're going to best call this so funny. Cece says, Delvaux is definitely, if you know brand. Yeah, it does give off those vibes. And I feel like that's more my mom's style. She'd go for something like that. But then at the same time, I feel like I want to go to Louis Vuitton and get something special, or VCA. So once I'm in Paris, I think I'll know. Or at least, and the gift, oh, by the way, I should have said this. The gift to my mom will be from me and Edwin, so he'll be buying it. So I have to like be sure what it is, so I don't take him somewhere and be like, okay, I want to do this, or da, da, da. It'll be from me and Edwin, but he'll be paying for it. Ollie says, get the Maximals and give it to mom. That's very funny. You're very funny, girl. Ollie, is this good Spanish? No me gusta. Is that right? I don't like that. Is that right? Is my Spanish good or not? I need to learn Spanish. Steph says Gucci lip glosses are 42 and setting spray is 80. Yeah, exactly. So why is everyone crying about the prices? Antia says after you drop 10K on a bag, 38 for lip gloss, start saying shit like that is cheap. Exactly. And I know it just feels cheap compared to everything else. Niti says, would love a Celine Exotic. Don't give me ideas now, because I was on their website the other day. There's just so I think that the problem with luxury, it's like everything is gorgeous, everything's amazing. You just want to buy everything. Ollie says, see, yes. Okay, good. The Maximals is mine. By the way, guys, I feel like the Maximals is the final underpriced handbag at Hermes, and I feel like they're going to do a massive increase for that bag in January. Right now in Europe, it's 5,400. I'll check the American price for you guys. I know many of you are in the States. I can check that price super quick here on the Purse Forum. I think if you want that bag, you need to get it now, because I think they're going to do a big juicy increase for that bag, because I feel like it's so under the radar. And I feel like they will definitely feel like increasing it in January, because you know how they always do. They always increase on New Year's Day. New Year's Day, baby. You know how it is on this channel. You know when it's New Year's Day, you know I'm around telling you guys, okay, it's up on the website. Everything's gone up. Where are you, Maximals? Mark says 90% of what I see from LV is canvas. I must see at least 15 canvas never falls every day. I rarely see Capucines in real life, only see them in influencer videos. It's so interesting you say that, because, you know, in Paris, honestly, I didn't really see canvas Louis Vuittons. But you know what I did see? Do you guys remember that bag? I think it's discontinued at Louis Vuitton right now. The Pont Neuf bag. Does anyone remember that bag? That bag is very popular with French clients. That is the bag that French Louis Vuitton clients wear. It's called Pont Neuf, P-O-N-T space Neuf, N-E-U-F. It's named after the HQ. That bag. And you know what other bag is really popular in France with French clients? The Twist. It's really strange how, like, in different countries, there are different things. Okay, there isn't an American price for the Maximals. I thought that the Purse Forum would have it. But in Europe, it's 5,400 euros. I think it's due an increase, and I think that they will do something on New Year's Day, honey. They are waiting to increase the price of this bad chick right here. They've stopped making the Pont Neuf. I'm pretty sure that they have. I have not seen it on the website in forever, but let me not talk too much. So let me first check. I'm not trying to, you know how influencers always creating fake rumors. Let that not be me. Let me just check it's there. Yeah, I have not seen the Pont Neuf is not on the European website. And I haven't seen the Pont Neuf on the website in years, but that bag was the Petite Malle is also really popular. So to Mark's point, just to say, like, from what I've seen, even in the UK, and also, of course, there is some confirmation bias, because if you're looking for I just need to check something. I thought I had a message there. If you're looking for the bag, you see it. So there's also confirmation bias. But in Paris, the bags that I saw on French women, so women speaking French, who I heard speaking French, that were popular was the Pont Neuf by Louis Vuitton, the Twist, and the Saddlebag by Dior. That's why I was saying all of this drama about Dior and Loro Piana, the internet is not real life. The people who are going to the store don't care. The saddle is so popular. Like, every woman who was milling around, who was speaking French, who I heard, who had a designer handbag, either had that, the saddle, the Pont Neuf, the Twist, the Goya Saint Louis, and of course the Pliage by Longchamp, which is like Parisian uniform at this point. Anthea says Pont Neuf of Vestiaire is 1,050. Cece says, oh boy, this is going to be hard for me to say. Louis Vuitton's not high end to me. I place a Chanel Dior above them. I don't see them as a leather brand, although they're improving. Yeah, it's okay. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. Anthea says, yeah, Cece the same. Cece says the Red Twist historic enough, just entering beauty, but their travel pieces are unmatched. Yeah, I think that's fine. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. They only started ready to wear in 1998. So it's very soon. I think Hermes like started their ready to wear when I think also in the 90s. I think that what we need to do though, and this is what I think, just tell me what you think. I think we need to set brands free of the expectation that they can only do one thing. This reminds me of something I heard someone say, like, do you want, as a human being, do you only do one thing for the rest of your life? Or are you a multifaceted person that has many interests and that you can do many things? I think even as people, we don't all just have one thing that we like. So I feel like I don't feel like they only have to do travel. I think they can do anything they want. And what I must say, what they're really good at is they'll be damned, but they are going to do it whether you like it or not. Louis Vuitton are going to do it. And I have to say, I appreciate that. I like that they're not a slave to their past. And to me, I think that is really important. Even Hermes, I think, they're not a slave to their past either. Like they started doing watches. Everyone was like, Hermes shouldn't do watches. No one cares about Hermes watches. Hermes like, you're going to get these watches, girl. The watch community was like, Hermes can fuck off with their watches. Hermes was like, you're going to get these watches. It's like, you're going to get them. Okay, and you're gonna like them. And Giorgio Armani the same way, God rest his soul. He was the first one to do the hotel thing. Remember when he launched his hotels? Everyone was like, "Oh, that's whack. He shouldn't do hotels. Shouldn't do hotels." He was like, "You're gonna get these hotels." So yeah, of course, you know, everyone has an opinion. I think that they're going the right way. It's just going to take a long time to get people to agree, but they'll get there. Ballet dancer, hello. Cece says, I agree, they're the biggest luxury brand for a reason. Exactly. Ballet says, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, guys, please do that. Please like the video. I'm so bad at asking. Niti says, LV watches are improving too. Some gorgeous pieces came out. Yeah, there's some really nice pieces. Yeah, so and even to that point, it's kind of, well, LV certainly is contemporary. No, it's not. Absolutely not. It's kind of like what's going on at Ferragamo. Ferragamo is going from being a shoe brand to a fashion brand. It is going to take a few years for people to accept Ferragamo as a fashion girl, but I think Ferragamo's fashions are fire since they hired this guy. I think they are stunning. Going from a shoe brand to a fashion brand, it's going to take some time, but they'll get there. And I think we should allow brands the room to grow because I think, and hopefully that's what the new designer for Versace will do. I hope he's not going to do anything insane. People who like Versace were all kind of nervous about it because we don't know the direction he's going to take the brand. But you have to allow them to grow. But of course, you know, it's fine. You know, if you don't like it, it's not a problem. And yes, there's any info on Hermes Brazil. What I heard is that it's a nightmare in the boutiques in Brazil. It's incredibly difficult. I know what you're thinking because South Africa is so close to Brazil. I know what you're thinking, girl. Because SA is so close. It's tough there. Lots of competition. Nisi says LV is hiring exceptional talent for watches. Absolutely. They have the money. CC says, oh my God, I love Ferragamo. Quality's there. Yeah, I'll be going to the Ferragamo store. There are 3 boutiques that I'm going with Edwin, and Ferragamo is one of them. We did say that we'd go to that one together. I'll definitely go to the flagship on the Avenue Montaigne because I'm interested in the Hug. Let me tell you the other pieces I'm interested in. The Hug from Ferragamo, the Alaya heart bag. I'm also interested in Ferragamo clothes. I also want to buy some Versace clothes as well. And also I'll pass by those stores. I'm definitely interested in getting the Hug. I'm just trying to figure out the size. I also like the look of the Vela by Etro. You know that bag from Etro? I like the look of that bag. Steph says, I saw some really nice special watches at the mini LV trunk show. First of all, not you stunting at me that you're going to private mini trunk shows. Okay? Don't stunt too hard now. Cece says, oh my God, I love Ferragamo qualities that. Antia says, one, yeah. Oli says, Maximilian love Ferragamo. Yeah, Ferragamo are getting that. The transition from being a shoe brand to a fashion brand, it has to take some time for people to accept it. But we're there. Ballet says, even some of the LV lip products were restocked but gone in 2 minutes. Yeah, it's just, people love the brand. Tanya says, I love the Alaya heart bag in black. in black patent. That's literally the one I was looking at. It's like you're in my head. Steph says, I just went on Hermes website. They have illuminating face powder for $111 USD. Okay, but no one's crying about it. Everyone's crying about it. Cece says, yes, please post try-ons of different Ferragamo hug bag sizes. Yes, I will. I'm definitely going to get the Ferragamo hug. It's on I've made 2 lists, basically. There's one list that's not Louis Vuitton, it's not Dior, it's not Chanel. And then I've made a list of other brands of things which I'm definitely buying. I'm definitely getting the hug because I feel like the hug has like, to me, it gives off like businesswoman vibes. And that's kind of what I'm trying to go for in 2026. So definitely get it. I'm just curious. I saw an influencer with the mini hug. It's really small. It's like this big. I don't know. I didn't like the way the mini one looked. I think I prefer the medium one. So yeah, I'll definitely post that. Anthea says, yes. Okay, Etro, the ready-to-wear's everything I've not seen in bags in real life. I love the ready-to-wear of Etro. It's so 70s. I know I was just dragging the 70s about Catagram. I like Etro 70s. Paisley, the big hair, the sunglasses. Yes. Steph says Etro bag is beautiful. I like Totem as well. Yeah, I love Totem. I love their clothes. So yeah, there's so much stuff. So if there are any brands you want me to like pass by the store and feature stuff, I don't mind doing that. I'll have lots of time on this trip and stuff. We're going with the baby and stuff, but one of my childcare providers will be coming too. So I'll have lots of free time. So if there are any other houses that I've missed out on, I'm also going to go to Chanel on this trip and I'll make an appointment for that. I'll take him with me because I feel like I'll have a better experience at Chanel if he's there. Because on my Instagram, I posted that TikTok of the woman who like left her husband in the car and going to Faubourg. That's literally me when we're in Europe. I'm like, okay, bye, I'm going now, bye. He's like, should I come? I'm like, no. He's like, should I come with you? I'm like, no. But I think I'd have a better experience if I take him to Chanel. Greg Portman. Hello, Greg. Hello from Zurich. What's your opinion on purchasing Hermes exotics? Do you think they're worth a high price? Yes, absolutely. There's no question about it. They're worth it. I mean, they are the pinnacle of exotics. They have made trends in exotics that are standard today. As much as I hate giving Big H credit, I will give her credit because this is what she does. Like, say what you want about Hermes, but my God, they know exotics and they're incredible. They're stunning. I think the prices this year are out of control. The Birkin 25 in Ostrich in America is 28,300 euros. The Mini Kelly in Matte Alligator in euros is 30,000 euros. We haven't even talked about pre-spending. And just today, I posted on my Instagram, I saw it on the past forum, the Birkin 25 in Himalaya Croc is 70,000 euros. The price is definitely there, but I have noticed the prices of exotics at other brands is also going up. Fendi have increased their exotic prices by like 15-20% compared to last year. Ferragamo's, which are also very nice, have also gone up, and Gucci's have also gone up. So I feel like this is just more a point of all exotics are going up. So you might as well if you see an exotic you like, you might as well just get it. For example, on my Louis Vuitton wish list, I've put the pink Ostrich Capucine on my wish list for Louis Vuitton. I will buy it on the next trip because there's no point me keep waiting. The price is just going to continue to go up. But yeah, to answer your question, Greg, I do think that they're worth it. I would love to have one day for sure. I would love to have like a crocodile or lizard one, but I'm happy to start with like Louis Vuitton Ostrich for now. If I get offered a Mini Kelly and Ostrich in Paris, I will buy it. I'll be ready to buy it basically. Cece says, can you do the show the LV Express travel bag? Really interested in this. Okay, great, perfect. This is what I want to hear from you guys. This is the feedback I need for the trip. So let me just write it down. LV Express travel bag. Okay, cool. I can share that one, sure. I like the look of that bag. I'm curious about the way it fits. And just to go back to your point, Greg, about the prices, and again, it's relative, right? Because I just think it's just so much money. Anthea says, I'm a weirdo, maybe because I'm literally from places where they farm ostriches and crocodiles. I don't think they're that interesting. I mean, I think exotics, they're not for everyone. I mean, obviously in Tanzania, we have, heaps of crocs and ostriches too. But Obviously, the ostrich leathers for Hermes come from South Africa specifically. But I think if you like them, now is the time to buy them. Because when the 1st of January hits, Hermes is going to increase those prices, honey, because the exotic prices this year are out of control at Big H. They are going to increase those prices insanely. Steph says, are you planning to eat at the LV Cafe? I heard you need a reservation. I think I'll probably go, but if I go, I'll just go for like you guys, which is fine. But I heard you need a reservation. I'm going to go to, wait, my husband, last time we tried to get a reservation at this really nice restaurant, they ignored me, but they picked up the phone for him, which was really annoying. So hopefully we'll go to some nice place. But I think we will pass by. Let me write that down, LV Cafe. I'm pretty sure you need a reservation. Someone said, you know what someone said about the Louis Vuitton Cafe on TikTok? They said that we're in late stage capitalism because the Louis Vuitton Cafe means that food is now a luxury. Do you agree? Someone said it's late stage capitalism and it's like, it's giving Rome is burning and it means food is now a luxury. Do you agree? C says, don't sleep on Fendi's exotics. They've done extremely well. They look beautiful. I will definitely pass by and have a look. Niti says, Tiffany increasing price on 15th September in India. Oh, really? That's interesting. Ballet Dancer says no. I thought it was so, I think people need to stop saying everything is a recession indicator and everything is late stage capitalism. And I commented, I was like, I hate when people get new buzzwords. They just say every single thing is a recession indicator. That is not what a recession indicator is. You know, it's like, can people study basic economics before they say everything is a recession indicator? Greg says, I tried to book at the LV Cafe in Bangkok. They said there was a 2-week waiting list to book even a breakfast meal. Wow, really? I mean, people love, I went to the Dior Cafe, I think that was 3 years ago, but that was a restaurant. I wanted to go back there again, but you have to make a reservation. You have to make a booking. Nisi says, got a message from my essay about Tiffany. What did the essay say? So I think to that point, like, absolutely, and just to the point about the exotics and stuff, I think if you're in the market for, I think one of those pieces. Oh, Steph says, I tried to book in NYC. I didn't see any openings, LOL. I think if you're in the market for one of those pieces, like now is the time, like the next 6 months, because I just think the prices are crazy. Particularly Hermes ones. I could just read a few of them here. They're absolutely insane. And people are spending the money. For example, the Himalayan Maximals, 33,000 euros. We saw that one last year in football. I was looking at it like, no. And of course, someone will buy it for their profile. Tanya says, share the tea, Niti. Yeah, tell us what is happening with Tiffany. Do you like the Tiffany hardware jewelry? I do like that collection. Okay, do you know how much it's going up by in India? That's really interesting. It's going up in India. I wonder if that means will it go up in other countries as well? Did anyone look at the bracelet that I mentioned from Louis Vuitton? I'm just closing my tabs here for a second. The Color Blossom BB Star Sun multi-motif bracelet with mother of pearl in rose gold, Q95596. I also like that one. Niti says, don't know yet. Generally, this happens when there's a global increase. Oh, interesting. But I'm not sure if this maybe is related to tariffs, because India and the US have been having some issues I've been reading about that. It could be about tariffs, actually. That's a fair point. Tanya says the Tiffany hardware earrings in white gold are gorgeous. I prefer yellow gold. Okay, here we go. Now let me start Googling Tiffany hardware earrings, white gold. I'm not a white gold person, but I do like some white gold pieces. Ooh, these look nice. Okay, the large model. These are really nice. Fully pave. Ah, they're partially pave, 21,000. These are very nice. The hardware collection is very youthful. It's very modern, and I think it's a unisex collection, which I think is very interesting. It's very youthful. It looks very young. I think the situation of tariffs, of course, definitely affects people, in the West. In America specifically, because obviously the products are going to go up again in dollars. Steph says, I'm so Gen X. I want to return to Tiffany bracelet. Oh. Do you think that there are like some really specific like generational things do you think that there's like a massive difference between Gen Xers and millennials? I'm a millennial, you're a Gen Xer. Do you think that do you think there's certain luxury pieces that show a difference between the generations? Tanya says they're edgy, yet you could wear them every day. Yeah, for sure. And they look very modern as well. And I think with jewelry, like looking modern is cool. I'm not a white gold person, but I do like those. Greg says, with the gold price at US dollar per ounce, what's an ounce? Oh, ounce in America, gram over here. Okay. Anything that contains real gold will really go up. Ooh, really? Ballet Dancer says Gen X. Steph says I'm a baby Gen X, so my taste overlaps. Okay. Niti says, all right, I'm going to go to bed. It's 11:30 p.m. See you later. Okay, bye, Niti. Thanks so much for joining us. 3,600 euros. I don't know what an ounce is. I need to convert that into grams. Ounce to gram. 1 ounce is 28 grams. 3,600 USD for 28 grams. Steph said all the girls had an LV Petite Neo in Epi when I was in high school. But it's still a cute, it's still a mood, isn't it? God, LV have been, literally LV have had so much stuff. Yeah, so I'm looking for gift ideas. I was thinking it might help my profile at Hermes if I buy my mother's like jewelry present at Hermes. But at the same time, part of me is like, sometimes they're like just nicer things at Louis Vuitton or Van Cleef or Chopard. And I'm obsessed with Chopard at the moment as well. Ballet says it's good to see the Epi leather back. Epi's a mood, and they really went for Epi in the makeup line. Guys, what do you think about the B01 ring? Let me be very specific so you can know the one I'm talking about. The B01 ring. Let me go to the Bulgari website. I wanted to show you guys this one specific ring that I like. It's from Bulgari. Bulgari have also increased prices significantly. What do you think about the B01 ring? It's on the website right now. It's in yellow gold. It's the B01 ring that has the 4 bands, 3,550. I like Bulgari. I was just trying to pull up the Louis Vuitton forum because I saw something interesting over there. I thought it was worth mentioning to you guys. Steph says, I really want a Masika piece, maybe for my birthday in November. Oh, yeah, me and you both. What about the Move Noah collection? They have those really pretty diamonds, like pave bracelets there. They have the diamond earrings. What do I like at Chopard? Okay, I like a few things at Big Chopard Town. Yes, God. First of all, I like those earrings I put in my luxury new releases video, which I know cost a fortune. The the heart earrings that Bella Hadid was wearing. But on the fine jewelry end, I like the Happy Heart. Is that collection called Happy Hearts? I like that whole collection. That whole entire line. I like it. I was thinking about maybe passing by the Chopard store. It's opposite Louis Vuitton Vendôme. I have to choose the boutique while I'll make my Louis Vuitton appointment. It's either going to be, I was thinking about maybe making it at the Avenue Montaigne, but apparently you can have a really good experience with less spending at the Saint-Germain store, which is that's like the store that the Parisians go to. I'll let you know which one I choose. But I like the look of the Chopard heart, that Happy Hearts thing. Let me pull up the website so I can tell you what I like specifically. I also like their watches, so maybe I should pull the trigger there. But I do like them. I'd love to explore the brand more. Ballet says, I purchased the Rouge lipstick cosmetics pouch with the lip balm. Ooh, that one is so nice. Steph says, yes, the Move. Okay, cool. Love that line. I think Messika is well priced. I'm just so terrified that they're going to be like, hey guys, we should price ourselves like Cartier now. We're just terrified about that. I literally am terrified. I'm terrified that Valerie Messika will wake up one day and be like, we should price ourselves like VCA now. You know. Belle says hi. Oh, hello. Greg says, I love the Epi leather capsule from LV collab with Korean artist Park Seo Bo. Really cool shoes, ties, and wallets. Yes, this was on the men's side, right? This is on the men's side. Love it. I think Pharrell's hitting his stride, guys. I know everyone was really angry about him over there, but I think he's hitting his stride right now. Oh, Tanya, I've just remembered what I like at Chopard, which I've already featured on the channel. If you're still there, Tanya, the Cube collection, the Ice Cube collection of Chopard, and specifically the Ice Cube ring. That is what I like at Chopard. That is what I want to try on my next trip. Let me write that down before I forget. It's this one here, Tanya, the Ice Cube collection. And it is a ring. They look like ice cubes, and there's 4 diamonds. I like that ring. Really, really obsessed. I'm obsessed with that entire collection. I love it. I literally am obsessed with it. Completely obsessed. And oh, here it is. The Ice Cube ring with 4 diamonds, $2,910. Love this ring. Love it. That is a collection I'm obsessed with. I like the heart collection, but this is the one I really like. So definitely we'll be passing by Chaumet as well and VCA for the first time, because I'll be going to VCA to buy someone special a present. So I'll be passing by there. So I'm excited. I'm actually really excited about that. This is someone special to me in Edwin. I'm buying them a gift from Van Cleef, and I told him we'll go to Van Cleef together, and he was like, you've never talked about this brand before, and I'm like, I've never shopped there. Everyone who supports me knows that I don't like the Alhambra, but I do like other things there. So hopefully we'll go there and buy the present for this special person, and then maybe if I see something I like, hopefully I don't get dragged when I go there either. I'm just terrified of that. Although I feel like when I'm with him, there's less chance of being dragged. Do you not agree? Although couples get dragged, guys. If Tanya is still there, it's the Ice Cube ring with 4 diamonds, 2,900 USD. Tanya says, I've never seen that collection before. I wouldn't have expected something so edgy from Chopard. It's cool. Pun, not interested. Yeah, I like that. I love it. So I hope it looks the way I think it does on the website. And then I wanted to also mention to you guys Chaumet. So tell me what you think about this, you guys, because I've been planning my content for the trip, because I want to be super organized this trip so I can maximize time. Ballet says, oh, to Cece, I still have my red Epi leather checkbook holder from 1999. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Let me show you guys some Shawmei stuff. So one of the ideas that I had was I was rewatching some of my Paris content from last year. So it's a fun process for you guys to watch. I know you guys will say you'll watch anything I post, and I appreciate that. But it would be helpful to know which one you prefer out of the two. I'm going to give you two options. Just tell me which one you prefer. Do you prefer long Paris luxury shopping videos, or do you prefer shorter ones? If you prefer a longer one, it means there'll be fewer of them to watch, but they'll be long, meaning they'll be more than 40 minutes long. Or do you prefer shorter Paris shopping videos? Like that's me in the shops trying things on, whatever, but they'll be shorter, like 10 minutes. Which ones would you prefer? There would be more of those to watch, but they would be shorter. The longer ones would be long to watch, but they would be fewer of them. Tell me which ones of those you prefer. At Shawmei, I like the B collection. I hate that they changed the name. That really annoyed me. I don't know why it's pissed me off. It used to be called the Be My Love collection. Now it's called the Be de Shawmei. That's really pissed me off. I don't know why. It's just really annoyed me. And I've taken it harder than I think I should have taken it. I think I've been a bit too triggered about the name change at Shawmei. I'm also going to pass by here as well. Metamorphicate. Hi, Han. Hi. Hi, Kagam. Hi. Tanya says, I like the short brand-specific videos. Okay. Okay, let me write that down. Loving this feedback. This feedback makes me better. I want to maximize my time and post things that you guys want to watch. I enjoy everything, so it doesn't affect me at all. I was actually talking to my husband about this, and he was like, I'm not going to sit down and watch a 50-minute, like, Paris shopping video. I was like, yeah, but you don't like luxury brands. So I'm like, no one cares what you think. I was telling this man, no one cares what he thinks, okay? I'm like, darling, I love you, but no one cares what you think. So it would be like, basically, what I'm trying to say is, do you want to watch a 40-minute Paris luxury shopping vlog, like me at Delvaux, Ferragamo, Chopard, any of the places you guys want me to go, in addition to the places where I'll shop? Do you want me to go there? And it's 40 minutes. Or, as Tanya said, the short brand-specific videos. Like if I go to Chopard, I upload that. If I go to Van Cleef, I upload that. If I go to Louis Vuitton, it's just that. The Louis Vuitton videos will always be on their own anyway, you know how I do. And Hermes and Louis Vuitton will always be on their own. Chanel too and Dior too. But the others, would you like to see them long or short? It's up to you. Whatever you say, I do. HA, hello, says, I like the longer videos, but I like them all. Okay, perfect, great. Belle says short. Okay, I think what I'll do then is I'll experiment with both. We'll see which ones you guys like. This man was like, I am not sitting down on the television and watching 50-minute videos of you walking around Paris. I said, listen. And another thing, by the way, I don't like when creators do this. I don't like when you put Paris luxury shopping vlog and it's just you talking into the camera for 40 minutes and then you go to Galeries Lafayette for 5 seconds and then you show us what you're eating. No, I don't like that. I'll save that for the tea vlog of my personal life because, you know, normally I'll film one personal video, which is you'll see my baby in it and things like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Metamorphicate says, I cannot wait for your shopping vlogs. Longer videos are my fave. Okay, perfect. Ballet says both. I will choose the short videos out of the two. Okay, cool. And Ballet, thanks. You always support my YouTube shorts. I appreciate you. Ntokozo says, hello, Ntokozo. I love the walking in the street scenes. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Tanya says, I think the brand-specific video is a good way of getting new subscribers as they can watch the brands they're interested in as a segue into the rest of your content. Oh, you are very good. Look at Tanya, you guys. She's right. You're right. Metamorphicate says the vlogs are really relaxing, so the longer the better for me. Okay, perfect. Tanya says, I can't watch a vlog with someone pouring tea into mugs without thinking about you. Girl, thank you, because I can't do it. It's literally like watching paint dry. The person's like, hey guys, welcome to my vlog. And I'm like, why are you doing this? No one wants to see you doing this. Tanya says, Tanya says the power of Gen Z. Okay, look, I'm a millennial, guys. I'm a millennial, so I'm not. I can't watch any. Listen, you know Beyonce is my favorite artist. I am not watching Beyonce vlog her life. If she was vlogging, I wouldn't watch it. I'm not watching you be like pouring tea into mugs, honey. I'm not doing it. And people love it. My husband was telling me to film that content. Have you picked out your outfits for the trip? Ooh, not yet. We are going. There are a few of us on this trip this time around, so there are a few more. Basically, I have to get passports for other people who are also coming on the trip. So it's more of a family trip this time around. But definitely, I'm getting the wish list of all the things I want to buy arranged. But once we have everything sorted, then we'll be going. I think we'll be going at the end of the year. I think that's when we'll be there. I think it'll be December, maybe November, but it's looking more like December. It'll be cold, so I have to figure out what my son is wearing. What's he wearing so he doesn't freeze? He'll be. How many months will it be? Might be 11 months by the time we go. It might even be 12 months. You never know. So, will he freeze? Will he shiver? You have to think about that too. Tokoso says, please try and wear a secret camera into Hermes naughty laugh. Okay, I don't want to be banned. I don't want to be banned. Although, Hermes are fine with you vlogging taking videos. They're fine with you taking videos of the Birkins and stuff. They just don't want you to film essays. Metamorphicate says winter baby clothes are so cute. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I'm really looking forward to him putting his winter outfits on. Metamorphicate, to answer your question though, I will be snatched in the boutiques. Like I have outfits, I've got my tailor. He's going to make me some outfits and some dresses I'm going to be wearing because I'm going to be snatched. I'm not getting dragged, not this time. And I'm not getting tricked by the Paris essay. She's not going to trick me again. Tanya says European weather. Also, guys, I'm going to snitch on myself right now. But me and my cousin are going to another European city to play the Hermes game. I'll keep the European city to myself, so you watch my content. But I've already spoken to her. We will be going somewhere else as well to try. So I'll update you. Tanya says European weather will be a shock to your baby. Bless him, for sure. For sure. He'll be cold. But he loves being out and meeting people, so I think he'll enjoy himself there. H says, I must be the only one, but I never realized how much people plan their outfits for trips. I had no idea. I think planning your outfits makes it more exciting that the trip is happening. So I think it's just like, it's so fun to sorry, I think it disconnected there for a second. Tell me if you can still hear me. Metamorphicate says, I have no doubt again. Okay. Tanya says, no raggedy and behavior. Absolutely not. I'm not getting dragged. Belle says, gym clothes only for women. Never. Ballet dancer says, good luck. Z says, cannot wait for this trip. Okay, thanks. Normally, traditionally, I always end up going at the end of the year anyway. It's just that this time around, there'll be other people in the trip. So as most of you know, I'm not from a Western country. So when you apply for the visa, you have to be very specific. You have to make sure that you get the visa. And the visa is judged individually. Sinai is an infant. So he's going to be judged based on me and my husband. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. So I can't. And this trip, we'll be going, like I said, to another European city to try. And to try at another European city. I'll keep that city to myself for now. But we will be going to another European city to try, me and my cousin. So I think what you'll end up seeing is 2 Hermes story times. If I'm successful, fingers crossed, the goal is to have 2 quota unboxings, one from the other city and one from Paris, if I'm successful, plus the maximal. So let's see what happens. Let's keep your fingers crossed. I'm not being tricked this time. Not this time. Ballet says, don't forget to ask for champagne. Metamorphicate says, will you share your strategy more in the newsletter? Yes, absolutely. As once beforehand, yeah. Once the visas come through, I'll definitely share the strategy. And once I'm in Europe, I will tell the newsletter people first, the other city. But there is another city we'll be going to. I've already agreed it with her. She'll be with me. You've seen her in my tea videos and stuff. And I will, if you guys are interested, I'll film like a tea vlog. I just don't think that it's particularly interesting, but you guys tell me you think it's interesting to see the city. I don't mind to film it for you. I'm just worried it's boring. Like anytime I tell my husband's like, he watched one of my Paris tea vlogs and he was like, This is really boring. I was like, okay, that doesn't make me feel good about myself. He said, you don't like tea pouring into mugs, but this is giving tea pouring into mugs. So I think it says fingers and toes crossed. Okay, great. Metamorph Kate said before, yeah, answer G. Ballet says fingers crossed too. Okay, great. Metamorph Kate said tea vlogs are very fun. Okay, cool. I'll film one. Tanya says, if I want to watch tea being poured into a mug, I can walk into my kitchen. That's what I'm saying. You know what okay, can I tell you what I don't like? I don't like when people do this. Luxury shopping in Paris or luxury shopping in New York. I'm not going to America anytime soon, but maybe in 5 years I'll come to the States. If I come to America, I watch these New York luxury shopping vlogs. And it's like luxury shopping in New York at Bergdorf Goodman. And it's like the person's having lunch with a friend, talking to themselves in the camera for like 25 minutes. And they show Macy's and Bergdorf Goodman's for like 5 seconds. Just say New York vlog of me walking around and talking. Say that, because it's not actually you at Bergdorf's, like showing us what's at Bergdorf's or what's at, Macy's or Neiman Marcus. Don't forget it's an international world. There are many of us who haven't, seen, like, the last time I was in America was many years ago, it was 2019 for my honeymoon. It's been many years. It would be nice to see luxury shopping in America, but it's like someone filming themselves eating and it's like luxury shopping in New York. Valley's laughing. Metamorphicate says, if you come to the US, will you consider Hawaii or Las Vegas? Yes, I'd definitely consider Las Vegas because I would consider Hawaii, yes. But I heard that Las Vegas, there's a hope for the same day. I heard that you can get it the same day if you spend enough. I'll definitely consider it. I think if I was coming to America, I'd come in the next 5 years or so. Ballet says they filmed a lunch date. Yeah, exactly. Metamorphic says to try and score his tourists. Yeah. So, and it's not shade or anything because everyone's entitled to film the content they want to film. It's just me. I don't like watching people do minutia because my life is it's the same routine every day. I wake up every day. I spend time with my baby. I go to work. I come back. I nurse, I chill, I film a video for you guys, or I respond to your comments and newsletter, and then I go to bed and I'm with my baby. That's it. So I have the same routine every day. So I don't want to see you doing minutia because that reminds me of the minutia I have to do. I don't know if that makes sense. I just can't stand it. Oh, fair play to the people who like that content. I do not like it. So it wasn't a luxury content creator. There are these like walking channels where people just walk around London and New York and Paris and they film themselves walking. It was a walking channel, right? So I'm thinking the person's going to show the shop, right? And it's like New York department store shopping vlog. And it's just them walking through the department store. I left a comment. They're not a luxury channel. I left a comment like, you need to go into each store and show the merchandise if you're going to say it's a shopping vlog. They replied saying they got told off. It was at Bergdorf Goodman. It was one of those walking channels. He said that they got told off. Him and his wife got told off. They tried to take like luxury shopping content and they got told off. Get out. HA says, I think walking around seeing the different stores or different sites is interesting, not lunch, LOL. I'm not sure I would watch it for an hour. Shorter video, so it'll be cool. Okay, cool. Cool. With timestamps. I have timestamps. I'm doing that, making more of an effort to put stamps because I know how hard it is to watch someone's video. Someone's video can be 30 minutes. And you're like, girl, what is this video about now? Sometimes I'm like, girl, what's this video about? Metamorphic says, personally, I love them because it's like escapism for the craziness of the world. Yeah, totally. I can't watch the news without getting upset. Yeah, same. I'm so stressed about it. So beautiful. Normality is a necessity at this point. Yeah, I see your point. I'm stressed about the news as well. I can't stand it. So in some ways, this channel has been healing for me. I don't know if that makes sense. It's been a little bit healing, but I can't even stand hearing about what's going on in the world right now. So it's quite nice to just kind of escape into the world of beautiful things. That's too funny. I don't know why. If I was in tears. So just to be clear, I was not laughing at the creator. It's a walking channel. if that makes sense. The person's just walking around New York, right? They're going to Rockefeller Center, they're going to Wall Street, they're going to St. Patrick's Cathedral. Do you know what I mean? They're a walking channel, right? So he's like, we're going to Bergdorf Goodman's to shop today. He's filming the escalators. I was like, and it's like, New York, Bergdorf Goodman, shopping vlog. I'm like, this is not a shopping vlog. He's Metamorphic. It's like, what's the name of the channel? I have to look through my watch history. I was so frustrated because I was like, can you film the stuff? He said, I got told off. Guys, I am not laughing at them. I have also been dragged at boutiques. So I have been skull dragged too. And, you know, I think someone had left a comment on an older dragging video. I think that they thought that we laugh at them. Someone was like, what's the point of these videos? Do you and your followers just laugh at people being attacked by luxury houses? I said, no. We actually sympathize with what people go through in dragging videos because we've also been dragged. I've been dragged at Big H. I've been dragged at Louis Vuitton. I've been dragged at Dior as well. I think there was one time an essay was also rude to me. There have been many experiences, so we can all commiserate together. Just laugh about it. The person was really mad at me. I was like, why are you watching something if it makes you upset? The person then stopped commenting. Ntokozo says, filming inside luxury stores is really daunting. Babes, you're doing the Lord's work. Okay, great, perfect. As a general rule, I only film inside flagships if I'm buying something. I have never been told I'm not allowed to film something, but that's because I make it clear I'm buying today. I know that it's become like a personal joke. One of the Glamazons was like, it should be merch for us. If there's ever merch, it should be, are you buying something today? I'm buying something today. But I always let the SA know. And I even told my husband, tell them you're buying something today. He went to Louis Vuitton once to buy shoes on his own in Dubai. And he went to Gucci once to buy shoes on his own in Dubai. And he walked in, he was like, I want to buy shoes today. He was on a business trip. And then he sent me a picture of himself drinking champagne. And he's like, today works. I said, it does work. I know it's sad. And then someone had left a comment once like, you don't have to say you're buying today. I never say I'm buying today. I'm like, stop lying. Stop lying. You do. Okay. At tourist places where they don't know you. Like, at tourist places. So yeah, I think the key thing is like, make sure you're buying something. In my experience, an SA is not going to tell you you're not allowed to film that. I think they tell you you're not allowed to film if you're not buying. They don't like that. I think they find that really presumptuous. There's a channel I'm thinking of right now. She never buys anything. She doesn't unbox anything. And she films every single thing at every single luxury store. She doesn't buy a thing. I don't think she's put an unboxing video on her page for maybe 3 years, maybe 2-3 years. I don't think she's unboxed a thing. But she goes to every single luxury store and shows everything. So I think they don't like that because I think they see that as like time wasting. Metamorphicate says, I can't remember the channel, but a woman from NY, I think, was shopping at Hermes in Paris and she filmed with those camera glasses. Oh my God, the ones from Meta? Okay, that's way too much. Ollie says, I say I'm picking up today. Exactly. I'm telling you, when they hear that today word, they're fine. In my experience, it's absolutely fine to film even without asking permission, as long as you say you're buying something today. And I think Hermes and Paris have changed their opinion. In 2021, you did get told off. Me and Edwin have never been told off at Big H, but we saw people getting told off that first trip when I went to try. But now I feel like they know they can't stop it. I think that they just want you to be discreet and not speak into the camera. Because, even in the dragging videos, they don't like you doing FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls in the store. When Edwin went to the Middle East on a business trip, this was like 2 years ago, he FaceTimed me from Louis Vuitton. He wanted to know if I wanted to get anything. All of the items I wanted were not there. I was like, can you buy the daily pouch? They were like, it's finished. I was like, can you buy the Félicie pochette? They're like, it's finished. But it was like a WhatsApp call, but they were like, it's okay. You can make the call. Tanya says, do you think it's best to say exactly what you are buying that day? Yes, I think it's best to be clear that you are buying something today. Maybe not the exact item, but to be very clear, like, just for example, let's say it's Louis Vuitton. Hi, I want to buy a Capucine today. Can you show me the ones you have? Or let's say you're going to Cartier. I would like to buy, and let me tell you, remember my experience at Cartier in Paris? Cartier are not playing with the girls in Paris. They're going to interrogate you at the door to ask you what you're buying. Okay? I was interrogated. I was like, I'm pregnant. I think it's best to be clear. Like, what I will say on this trip, for example, I've just told you I'm going to get the Ferragamo hug. I'll be like, hello, I want to buy the hug today. Can you show me the ones that are available? Like, nice and clear that you're buying it, because I think that they need to know you're buying it. I think that the problem is a lot of people walk into the store, they just want to try, and it's fine. I mean, look, I think I've said it in dragging videos, because that's one of the biggest critiques I get about my dragging videos from people who watch my videos but hate me, and I don't get that. But they'll be like, you don't have to buy something just because you walked into a store. I'm like, I've never said you have to buy it, but I think it's good. I think it shows respect for someone's job, not to waste people's time. That's why I said, if you want to just browse, just go to the department store. Oh my God, Harrods don't care. I've never met SAs who do not care as much as the SAs in Harrods. You want to go and browse all day? Go to Harrods, honey. They don't give a shit. They will show you every single thing in there. And even at Le Bon Marché in Paris, like, me and my cousin passed by Louis Vuitton there. We told her, look, we're not buying, we just want to look. She showed us every single exotic they had. Remember, it was in my shopping blog. It's fine, because the next person's going to spend 100K. The next person's going to spend 50K. I also think the department store concessions have smaller targets than the flagships. I think that's why they don't care as well. So yeah, just to answer your question again, Tanya, I would just keep it, I would be clear what I'm buying, but to ask them to show me a selection to choose from. I wouldn't be like, I want to buy a black hug today, because then they'll be like, okay, you can piss off. I'd be like, I want to buy the hug today. Can you show me the ones you have? I want to buy a Capucine today. Can you show me the ones you have? Or in Chopin's case, I would love to buy something from the Ice Cube collection. Can you show me what's available? Something like that. Because if you remember in the dragging video where I featured Graf, did those of you who watched that video, like the Graf jewelry boutique in Paris, they have trained the security guard to interrogate clients at the door to get rid of people who are not serious about purchasing their products. Because in every review, every single person who's gone to that boutique has literally said, the security guard will ask you, are you buying, what would you like to buy today? And because, I don't know, those of you who've seen the Graf boutique, I think there are two. There's one on Rue Saint-Honoré and there's one on the Place Vendôme. There's a security guard, but it's like when you enter, there's like a not like a foyer, but there's like an entry bit. So you don't enter straight away. And then the security guard, as per the dragging reviews, asks clients, are you buying today? So yeah, you can't just walk in there and browse. There isn't a way for you to browse. Now, if I recall correctly, there is a Graf, I think at the Galerie Lafayette. I think there's a small concession there. Let me just double check what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that you can see the Graf jewels at Galerie Lafayette. I'm pretty sure it's there. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It is not there. It is not at Galerie Lafayette. No, it is there. What am I talking about? Yeah, it is. Okay, so you could go and look at it there. And I think that's like the same thing with Boucheron as well. For me, particularly if I'm with my husband, I just want to have a pleasant experience. I don't want to have like an unpleasant experience where like we don't have a nice time and stuff like that. So I personally wouldn't go to the Graf boutique unless I was serious about buying, but I would pass by the concession and buy. And look, because my experience at the Cartier Champs, which was, remember when I told you guys in the story time, it was after being dragged at George Cinq, and I was so over Hermes. At that point, I was like, you know what, F Big H, I'm done with this. Let me just go to Cartier and go buy myself something. And even just arriving there, hello, the first question, as I said in my video, they asked you is, are you looking to buy something today, or are you just browsing? I want to buy the love ring today. I want to buy a ring today. From the Love or Juste un Coup collection. I want to buy the love ring today. When I told my husband this, he just thought it was so ridiculous. But I was like, I guess because they just get so many influences, you know, that they have to do it. So yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it from me, you guys. If no one else has any more comments, I think we will end it here. Thanks so much to everyone who's joined. I will timestamp this video, I think either today or tomorrow. Thank you all so much for supporting me as always. I look forward to the next live. Maybe we can do these once every 2 weeks or so. Thanks, you guys. Bye.